Hello again, Year 1. It's really nice to see you. Today we're going to be looking at this. What do Muslims do on Hajj? Remember that word, Hajj? That's the special pilgrimage or religious journey that Muslims go on to a city called Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Do you remember anything about Mecca from last lesson? Well, it was hot and it was dry and it was full, lots of Muslim people were living there and it was very far away. Okay, let's have a look. So, to remind ourselves, a pilgrimage is a special journey a special religious journey that people make. And the Hajj, remember that really funny word with two J's, Hajj, is a Muslim pilgrimage to a city called Mecca. Muslims believe that God told a man called Abraham that Mecca would be a very special city that Muslims should visit. When they get there, they have to complete some tasks as part of the Hajj. So this is a really old tradition that goes back hundreds of years, and Muslims have been visiting this site and doing these special tasks for all that time. When they go on the Hajj, Muslims have to wear special clothes and it helps them to all look the same, so they don't look rich or poor. So if you look at these people on the slide, you wouldn't know if they had lots of money because they're not wearing really fancy special clothes. And you wouldn't know if they were really poor because they're not wearing clothes that don't look very nice. They're wearing very plain clothes. So you need to think about what kind of clothes you wear. Maybe when you go out, do they tell people something about you? Do they say that you like bright colours? Do they say that you like a particular brand of clothing or that you buy your clothes in a certain place? Getting rid of those different ideas helps Muslims on the pilgrimage to all look the same. So what we could be doing whilst we're learning about this is on the back of your booklet, you can use this space to do a special sketchbook for the Hajj. So you can pause the video and you can draw some of the different pictures that we're going to be looking at. And that way you'll have a better memory of what we're learning about because you're going to be drawing some of what you see. Let's keep going. Now here's something you could definitely draw, and this is called the Kaaba. Remember, we looked at this actually a couple of lessons ago, and we said, look at all these people going round and round. The Kaaba is a special brick room covered in this black cloth that Muslims believe was built by this man called Abraham 4,000 years ago. And Muslims go round and round the Kaaba saying prayers when they get to Mecca. And here's another picture. So Muslims will start off at the edge and they go round in a spiral until they get to the middle with the Kaaba. And as they're going, they say special prayers as they go around. So it's really important for them. This is like the first thing they do when they arrive at Mecca. As they go and they go round and round the Kaaba. So again, you could try drawing that black box, lots of people around it. Okay, and next they have to go and visit two hills. And you're probably thinking, gosh, that doesn't look like a hill at all because it's inside. And what they did was they found these two hills called Safa and Marwa. You don't really need to remember those words, but it's called Safa and Marwa. And they put them inside a building so that Muslims can go between them without having to go outside in the really hot weather. And so they have to walk between them 7 times. So they start at one hill and they walk to the other hill and then they walk back, and they walk back, and they walk back, and they do it 7 times. And you can see here, this is all Muslim pilgrims wearing their special clothes, going in one direction, and then on the other side there's lots of people going in the other direction. So you go up one way and come down another way, and they do this to remember a very special story about someone else who had to run between them 7 times before they found water in the desert. So it's all about remembering these special stories from their special books. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they do it to remember the struggle of Hagar, who was Abraham's wife. She was really trying to find water in the desert as she travelled back and forth between the hills. 7 times before God gave Abraham a spring of water under his feet in Mecca. So it's all part of this special story. So you could draw the 2 hills, and you could draw someone running between them, a woman running between them 7 times to remember that story. Great. So next lesson, we're going to carry on looking at some of these special traditions. Today we looked at the Kaaba, which is a big black box that Muslims walk around. And we looked at the 2 hills that Muslims walk between 7 times because of this story. So I'd love to see some of your sketchbooks when they're finished, the things that you've drawn when you've been watching these videos. And you could even go and have a look elsewhere. Maybe you could get your mum or your dad to show you some other pictures that you could draw of these amazing places. Right, I will see you next week. Have a lovely rest of your week, year 1, and I'll see you then. Bye.